And so with the beginning of the lunar cycle, we have the beginning of the wood dragon year. And it's also called the spring festival. So the beginning of springtime is considered to be the lunar beginning instead of in April when we have the spring equinox, which is the beginning of the solar cycle. So you can kind of feel spring is already occurring underneath the ground. And it is when kind of the stirring of the plants begins. And so once the ground becomes warm enough and the sun becomes hot enough, then you get the first expression of new growth on the trees and out of the ground. So today we have a focused element of the earth element. So our earth element supports the foundation of the body. It's literally the hips. So everything that we're doing should include your understanding or breathing into the hips. And we have 7 different diaphragms, and the pelvic floor diaphragm does descend down as you inhale. So first you feel the diaphragm at the midsection come down to the navel, and then you feel the diaphragm descends from the pelvic floor even further. So let your breath open the hips with each inhale, and then relax and let your hips settle to the earth with each exhale. So with that in mind, let's begin by spiraling with our breath. So begin with slow, smooth, even breathing. Follow your own rhythm. Another important part of the earth element is the stomach and spleen organ. So as you inhale, you expand and bring breath down to the stomach. Your breath churns and circulates all of the fluids and food in the stomach so that it becomes digestible. And as you breathe, you also help to kind of push and circulate all of the fluids of the body. And the spleen supports the development of white blood cells and the lymphatic system. So if you think of all of the ways that the lymph circulates with each breath, and how the hip opens with your inhale and relaxes with your exhale, that's the goal. So inhale forward, exhale back, and let your breath bring movement any place that has stagnation. So first begin with your intention at the pelvic floor, opening the base of the body. Feel the tailbone's connection to the earth. And then envision the tailbone spiraling in and down to the center of the earth. As you inhale forward and exhale back. And one more deep breath. Return back to center, reverse the circle. As you spiral and breathe, feeling the tailbone's relationship to the earth. Let the crown of the head extend up towards heaven. Connect the top of the head to all of the rhythms and cycles of heaven, all of the stars, planets, and galaxies. And connect the tailbone to earth and the rhythms and cycles of earth. For added benefit, you want to tuck your chin so that you feel that the spine is connected and open at the base of the skull. And 5 more deep breaths. And return back to center. Start to flex the spine back and forth. And this is to open up the cerebrospinal fluid to help the occipital and the sacral pump move fluid through the joints of the spine. So feel as if you're breathing and creating space between each vertebrae. Slowly but surely. And take your time with each breath. We'll continue with 5 more deep breaths. Return back to center and extend both feet in front. You can bend your knees as much as you wish to touch your toes. Take a deep breath in and down to the navel. And then exhale, point the toes. Inhale, flex the feet. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold forward. And 5 more deep breaths. Inhale, draw the feet towards you. Exhale, bend the elbows. And return back to upright. From here, you want to bring your feet to touch. And all of these movements will help open the spine, the low back, and then ultimately the hips. So we're focusing on breathing and opening the hips. And you can experiment with how far away or how close you want your feet so that you can slowly relax and stretch open the hips. So take a deep breath in and down to the navel. Exhale the chin in towards your chest. Lift your forehead first. Inhale. Bring the body back to upright. Take 3 more deep breaths. And come back to upright. And from here, we'll do just a stretch of the hips. Bring your right hand or right leg behind, left leg in front, both hands to the floor, and then slowly twist to the left. Come down to the forearms. Come down all the way to the floor. And breathe open the right hip as you exhale into the left. Slowly rise up, untwist back to the center, and switch. The right leg in front, left leg behind, both hands to the floor, twist to the right. Exhale into the right side of the hip. Inhale, open the left side of the hip. The last deep breath, opening the left side. Exhale. Untwist back to the center. So from here, we have one exercise that's more of a cleaning and clearing of our space. And with each one of the elements, there's a different healing sound. But with the earth healing sound, you have hu, which is kind of like a descending tone. You should feel all of the energy settle in and down to the navel. So the earth centers of the body include the hips, the navel center, the dantian, and the mouth. So as you vibrate the lips and you make the tone hu, feel all of the energy settle down into the navel and feel the hips relax into the earth. So what this exercise does, it cleans and clears the palate, essentially. It clears all of the space around you. And this is another confusing part of the earth element, but relevant. If you think of the stomach itself as a cauldron or a clay pot, it's the space inside that actually is the most effective part of the earth element. And in the same way, the spaciousness of the vessel and the openness that we can kind of clear from our body is what brings the most potential energy into the body. So feel yourself become hollow, spacious, and open. And this healing sound is a way to kind of accelerate that or help you. So start with the hands on your knees Take a deep breath in and down to the navel center for earth. Inhale, gathering golden light into the body. Lift the arms to shoulder height. Bring them to the center of the face. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, use the sound. Make a loud sound if you have the space to, but actually a subvocal sound helps you internalize the sound itself. All of it's really helpful. So let's take 3 deep breaths, gathering golden light into the body. Exhaling anything that needs transformation out of the body. Breathing golden light. Inhale, gathering golden light. Exhale, clean and clear the vessel. Last deep breath. Gather golden light into the body. Exhale. And relax. So we'll continue with setting our intention. But first, before we do that, just to understand how the spleen supports focus and intent, the word for the energy that comes from the spleen is called yi, and the way that it's described is focus. But to break it into its components, the word itself has 3 thoughts, and one is the mind is clear, the eye is clear, and the heart is clear. So if your mind has a clear vision, your eye has a clear perspective, and your heart has a pure motivation, those are the ways that focus becomes strong with its intent. And in the cycle of elements, the earth element is the best way to describe it is when the rubber meets the road. One of my other teachers would say it's when you get your shit together. Literally, it's like how you move things through and digest your experiences. So the stomach itself is how we take outside circumstances and experiences, we put them in this hollow vessel of the stomach. The spleen is like the fire underneath the cauldron that boils and assimilates everything that we're receiving from the world. And then it becomes nutrition for the body with the small intestine. And it becomes essentially then when it gets to the large intestine, you start to separate the water from the waste. You literally have the wisdom of your experiences with the waste of the stories and the circumstances that created them. So some of the greatest healing happens when the story is relieved from your body and all you're left with is the wisdom and all you're left with is the nutrition from what you've eaten. That being said, we're going to empty the vessel one more time to start to put our intention and focus into the rest of our practice. So begin with the hands at the navel center. Take a deep breath in and touch the back of the wrists together. Breathe up to the crown of the head. Open. And tuck your tailbone. You want to make the hips part of the movement. Take your hands and float them through the center of the body. Inhale. Rise up. Exhale and open. Sink the body. Inhale and exhale. Feel the central vessel opening through the very center of the body. Opening and like a fountain. One more deep breath. Bring the hands to the solar plexus. This is a sense of self and sense of identity. So you're going to clean and clear the sense of self and identity so that it's open and spacious. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, pull forward, cross the hands, and gift your identity into space. Inhale. Exhale. And 3 more deep breaths. And return back to your center. And sink your hands to your navel, the earth center of the body. Breathe in and down to the navel. And inhale, exhale. Cross the hands forward. Gather earth. Bring it back to the point opposite the navel. This is the Mingmen, or the door of life. So bringing earth to the door of life. Coming back to the navel and exhale. Inhale, rise up. As you exhale, crunch forward so that everything is gently massaged and moved in the intestines. 5 deep breaths. And return back to the navel. Bring both palms to touch. Spiral to seal the energy at the navel. Let your hands relax into your lap, and take a moment to envision the goal of your practice. What is your goal for this year to come? And hold the vision strongly in your mind. Gather your thoughts like grains of sand. Take a deep breath into the mind and exhale, emptying the mind like an hourglass to fill the heart. Letting all of your thoughts for the future and for the present empty into the space of the heart. And now that the mind is spacious and the heart is full, breathe and gather all of the feelings of the body. Gather the feelings and your vision into the space of the heart. And without distinction of good or bad emotions, turn them all into grains of sand, and exhale, empty the heart down to the navel center. As the heart becomes spacious and open, the belly becomes full. Breathe into the navel center, condensing all of your thoughts with all of your feelings. With each exhale, collect and refine your thoughts and feelings into a pearl of wisdom where your instinct and your intuition guide your direction in life, connect you to the rhythm of earth and the rhythm of heaven. So let's continue now that we have our pearl of wisdom full of our emotional intent and our vision. And the first movement is, it's going to be the golden dragon. And there's a set of dragon movements, but for the season of dragon and for the benefit of earth, we're going to do the golden dragon. You start with both hands together in front, and the earth mudra is the middle finger with the thumb on top of it. So when I put my fingers together, that's what they're doing. So sorry, middle finger on top of the thumbnail. Begin with a deep breath down to the navel. And exhale using the healing sound for earth. It's HU. And flick the fingers. Extend the fingers to the ends of the universe. Exhale, draw the elbows in. Turn the palms out. Hold the breath. Exhale. Relax the shoulders and the arms. Palms touch at the center. So inhale, gathering earth to the navel. Index to the top of the thumb. Exhale. Clearing the space. The end of the exhale, flick the fingers. Extend the fingers to the ends of the universe. Exhale. Inhale, gathering golden light. Exhale, any worrying, anxieties, or feelings of mistrust. So inhale, exhale. Let's take 3 more repetitions of this movement. Inhale, golden light into the body. Exhale, worry, anxiety, and mistrust. Inhale to the ends of the universe. Exhale. Draw the elbows to the side. Forgot this step. Inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale. Back to the center. Inhale, golden light. Exhale, worry, anxiety. Click the fingers. Extend your hands to the ends of the universe. Exhale. Inhale, hold your breath. Exhale. And one last deep breath. Gathering golden light. Exhale, worry and anxiety. Inhale. Gathering energy from the ends of the universe. Exhale. Drawing it into your center. Hold your breath in and exhale. So next, let's come to upright, come to standing. And this movement also brings golden light into the body. It'll use the hand seal for the sun. So every time we do this movement, picture that you're staring into the sun and that your eyes, your third eye, your eyes are gathering light into the body. And its goal is to help move the lymphatic fluid. So a lot of lymph vessels are around the joints of the shoulders and in the joints of the hips. And we're going to use the joints of the hips because it's your earth center. And each time you twist and turn, you're helping to circulate all the lymph through the body. So move the feet to hip width apart, sink and settle the hips towards the floor. Bring the hands to face each other at the navel center. And sink as you breathe in. And exhale, twist into the left hip. Inhale, the arms are above the head. Touch the index and thumb together. Look into the sun. Gather golden sunlight. Exhale, swing the hands back to the hips. Hold the energy ball at the hips. Inhale the left hand back. Exhale, press, push, and twist to the right. Inhale, hands above the head, index and thumb touch. Look into the triangle. Exhale. Inhale the right hand back. Exhale, twist, and turn to the left. Inhale, up. Exhale. Inhale the left hand back. Exhale, twist and turn to the right. Inhale, arms above the head. Look into the sun. Gathering golden sunlight. Exhale. Hold the chi ball. Inhale the right hand back. Exhale, press and twist to the left. Sink as you breathe in. Gathering sunlight. Exhale, press the feet to the ground. Hold the chi ball. Inhale the left hand back. Exhale. Inhale the hands above the head. And exhale. Hold the chi ball. Inhale and exhale. One last time to either side. Sink as you breathe in, the hands float up. Exhale, press the feet to the ground, rise up as the hands float to the hips. Inhale the right hand back. Exhale, press and push. Sink into the left hip. The hands rise up, gather sunlight. Exhale. Hold the chi ball. Inhale the left hand back. Exhale. Back to the center. So from here, sink into your standing posture. And as you inhale, let the hands rise up to the shoulders. Draw the hands to the armpits and exhale, let the hands float down as you rise up. So sink as you breathe in and press the feet into the ground as you rise up. This movement is harmonizing the cycles of Earth. So the Earth itself has its cycles and seasons. As you sink, as you breathe in, all the energy floats back to the navel. Inhale, feel your gathering chi from Earth. Let it come into the body through your breath and settle down to the navel as you gently press your feet into the ground. Sink your hips. Feel the hips open to the earth. And 3 more deep breaths. And return back to the navel center. Spiral and seal the energy of the navel. And the next movement is called turning the wheel. So in the same respects of honoring the cycles and the seasons of Earth, this movement also helps you focus and develop kind of like brain strength. So if it feels hard, it's actually your body's wiring itself in the right direction. I might sink really low for you to see what my arms are doing. but you can find your comfortable breathing, comfortable stance where your hips are tucked and your spine is straight, and your arms are relaxed at your sides. So inhale into the navel, exhale, bring your left hand forward, the right hand back. Inhale both hands, parallel, exhale, right hand forward, left hand back. Inhale, both hands parallel above, exhale, right hand forward, left hand back. Both hands parallel at the side. Inhale, left hand forward, right hand back. Both hands parallel. Exhale, right hand forward, left hand back. So find your breathing rhythm. If you don't think about it, it's easier. So empty your mind. Inhale, left hand forward, right hand back. Both hands parallel. Exhale, right hand forward, left hand back. Both hands parallel. Feel the center of the body opening. Left hand forward, right hand back. Your body turns to the right. Both hands parallel. Right hand forward, left hand back. Your body turns to the left. So if you get disoriented, start from a neutral place, either hands at the sides or parallel at the top. And 3 more deep breaths. And relax back to the sides. Brush out your arms, shake them free. And next we have the mountain pose. So this mountain pose honors that the largest structures of Earth are mountain on Earth. And the first part of the movement starts with the navel center, hands at the navel center, a deep breath down to the pelvic floor and the hips. Tuck your tailbone, relax your hips towards the floor. You want to make your stance deep and comfortable for your body. And then sink your weight into your left foot. Bring your left hand to your left ear and the right hand to the right hip. So this is your mountaintop and this is the lowest valley of the body. Turn your head towards the lowest hand so you get this whole body stretch. And then inhale, hold the energy ball at the center, and then switch hands. The right hand to the right ear, the left hand to the left hip. Turn your head to the left. Feel the whole body stretch. Inhale, the right palm down, left palm up, left hand to the ear, right hand to the hip. Turn your head to the right. Sink your weight into the left leg. Inhale at the center, sink your weight into the right leg. Inhale, hold, energy ball, exhale. Right hand to the right hip, turn your head to the right. Become solid like a mountain. And 4 more times, 2 more to either side. And return back to the center. From here, we're going to do, well, one more dragon movement just for the benefit of the season and the year. But essentially, the dragon, as we talked about during the wood element, is able to spiral down from heaven, descend to earth, and then come from earth and spiral back to heaven. Uh, with that in mind, this movement actually honors the spleen meridian of the body. So the spleen meridian ends right at the side of the ribs. And if you naturally let your thumbs land in the rib cage, that's the spleen 21 point. That being said, anytime the immune system, the white blood cells of the spleen are being activated from any autoimmune condition or any virus or outside illness, these points will invariably start to ache. So that's actually, if I sneeze 3 times and these points are achy, I know to start taking anything that would help my immune system kind of rise above the situation. And that's the best time. It's before you can actually see it with like mucus. You can feel it in all these other parts of your body. So if your hips become achy, this is another production of white blood cells. Again, it's in rhythm with the spleen itself and the white blood cell production of the spleen. So with that in mind, we'll start the hands at the navel center. Inhale, bring the hands to the spleen meridian. Exhale, feet together. Inhale from the navel to the spleen meridian. Exhale and sink down. Bring both hands together and squat to the best of your ability. Hold the hands in a lotus flower and then inhale. Press the feet into the ground. Press the palms towards the sky, and if you can, come up and balance for a moment on the balls of your feet. Turn the palms to face the floor. Exhale, back to the navel center. Inhale up to the sides. Exhale and sink. Make the lotus flower. Inhale. And stretch. Inhale up from the navel. Exhale. Rising up from earth. And 2 more times. Inhale up to the sides. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. Oh, one last time. And inhale, exhale, back to the navel center. Seal the energy at the navel. And reverse. And next we have two forms. Two of them are include all of the elements. If you think of planet Earth, the planet includes all of the elements. The only transition that we have from the four seasons is this kind of stability and support of all of the previous season entering back into the center of the earth and then extending or blossoming out into the next season. I made a fancy little diagram because I love pictures. But this form of the five elements is one of the oldest five elements. If you notice that it translates into so many other symbols that we have today. The symbol itself might be about 10 to 12,000 years old. At least the Taoist version of it was found 10,000 years ago. And that also translates into the Buddhist double Vajra. If you've seen the double-sided Vajra, it's hollow through the center. And so the earth itself is hollow, and all the other elements pass through it. And some of the elements generate more of itself, like wood feeds fire. But in the event of, say, fire melts metal, so some of it degenerates or takes away from the other element. This element depiction is also called the five crossings, and it means that each one of the elements crosses through the center space of Earth to become the next alchemical element. And the other way that this is described is through the constellation Cygnus, which would also be the Southern Cross. So all of the cross configurations through time began with this understanding of the elements coming together as a whole. The native tradition and their cross of the elements, the element wheel, is identical to this one. So again, like 10,000, 12,000 BC would have been the time that this form of the universe was understood, and also how they could tell when the next season would be. They would also depict that each transition would have a cycle of Earth before the beginning of the next season. And if you tend to get like sick between the beginnings of each season, that actually shows you that the earth element, this ability to change, the ability to transition, is the weakest part of the elements of the body. So with that in mind, this first cycle is like going through a cycle of all four seasons, with the earth being the center part that's returned to in between each cycle. So start with the feet hip width apart, relax the hands to the navel center, and begin with 5 earth breaths. Sink as you breathe in. Float the hands away. Exhale, press the feet to the ground. Draw energy back to the earth center. Five deep breaths for earth. And bring the hands up to the chest and the lungs. Earth creates middle. Sink as you breathe in. Open the hands to shoulder height. Exhale, press the feet to the ground. Condense the energy into the lungs. 9 deep breaths. And float the hands back to the navel. 5 breaths for earth. Gathering golden light into the navel center. Metal creates water. Bring the hands to the hips. Below the navel is the water center. And like you're drawing water from a well, sink. Keep the spine upright. Sink the hips. Bring the bowl of your hands down to earth and gather water. Exhale. Draw water to the water center. 9 deep breaths. Follow the breathing rhythm. Turn the palms back to the navel center and 5 deep breaths. For earth, gathering golden light back to the navel center. And turn the palms to face up. Water nourishes wood. Sink as you breathe in, circle the hands. Exhale, circle the hands back to the navel. 9 deep breaths. Follow the periphery of your vision with your fingertips, training the spirit through the eyes. So 9 deep breaths. Turn the palms to face the navel. 5 deep breaths in and out through the nose. And then fire. Wood feeds fire. Bring the left hand to the shoulder height, right hand below the heart, and extend the hands comfortably out from the chest. Relax your shoulders. Sink as you breathe in, open the hands. Exhale, press the feet to the ground, rise up and compress the chi. Three more deep breaths. And then pivot the left foot in, the right foot out, the right hand above, left hand below. 9 deep breaths. Sink as you breathe in. Gather chi into the heart and like fan the flames of your fire. And return back to the navel. Take 5 more breaths for earth. Sink as you breathe in. Exhale. And take 3 deep breaths to close. Sink as you breathe in, circle the hands overhead. Exhale. And last deep breath. And bring both palms to touch and spiral to seal the chi. And then we have another form. This is called the 5-element mother form. And in the same way that the earth is considered to be the mother of all of the other 4 elements, they all have to pass through the hollow space of the container of earth to be able to kind of bloom and blossom into the next season. So begin with the feet together. Oh, if you recall, we did this beginning movement, one of the parts of this movement in the water element, where we were connecting the water and fire parts of the body together. So this is the rest of the entire form. Start with both palms at the navel center. Breathe in and down to the navel. And exhale, sink into the right foot, open the palms. Step with your left foot and extend your hands towards the sun. Step with the right foot and lift up on the left heel. Take 3 deep breaths. Open as you inhale. Exhale, compress the sun into the heart. So feel the warmth of the sun enter the body. 3 deep breaths. Expanding the heart with each inhale. And hold the sun Sink into your left foot, turn the palms, and sink the sun to the horizon. Step back with the right foot. The hands become like water as you step back into the ocean. The sun has set. Step back with your left foot. And circle the hands. Sink as you exhale, rise up as you inhale. The right toe is just holding your place. Your weight is on your left foot. And return the right foot to meet the left. We'll do the other side. So breathe in and sink into your left foot as you step out with the right. We did that. Oh, we'll do the other side. So sink and step with your left foot. Open the palms. Extend your fingers towards the sun. Inhale, exhale. Gathering the sun into the heart. And hold the sun. Let the sun set on the horizon line. And step back with the right foot. And circle the arms. Sinking into your right leg. And then step your left foot to meet your right. And that is the water and fire relationship. And next we have the wood element and the metal element, which is the other half of that cross. So take a deep breath in and sink into your right leg. Step out with the left leg, open the hands. Take a deep breath in and swing your hands to the left. You're opening the wood element, the liver. Inhale, expand. Exhale, relax. Breathing in the pine forest into the liver of the wood element. Step the left foot to meet the right. Both hands come back to the navel center and sink your weight into the left foot. Step out with the right foot and open the hands. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Swing the hands to the right, opening the left side, opening the lungs in the middle element. Inhale, expand wide. Exhale, relax and contract, opening the lungs and gathering the mist at the side of the mountain. And step the right foot to meet the left. And last but not least, we have the earth element in the center. I'll tilt my screen up so you can see my hands. And like you yourself are the hollow, open, expansive earth, start with the hands at the earth center, the navel. Inhale through the center, extend the fingers to heaven. Hold, exhale. Open to the sides. Inhale, hold, and exhale. Inhale up through the center axis of the earth. Exhale. Inhale, press the hands to the side, supporting the equator of the earth. Inhale, the axis of the earth. Exhale. Inhale, the equator of the earth. Two more deep breaths, or two more cycles. Inhale, the center axis of the earth through the spine. Exhale. Inhale, the center axis of the equator through the hips of the body. Exhale. And 3 deep breaths to close. Sink as you breathe in. Exhale. And seal the energy at the navel. 9 circles, one direction. Thank you. Oh, no worries. You're always welcome to come and to go as you need. So we are about to begin um, the we're about to begin a beautiful meditation, but it will take us beyond 11 o'clock. So I understand if you have other things to tend to on your Sunday, this is a really beautiful meditation, and it opens up all of the centers of the body. In one system, it would be the chakras, where you have the front and back of a chakra. In another system, it's the orbit. So we have 13 points for the 13 moons. It's a beautiful day to do a 13 pointed meditation. And this is called the 7 levels of individuation. The goal with this is to access the power of each of the points and to open the chakra or the meridian center through the center of the body. So picture jets of water coming up and through the back of the spine to the front of the body. And you'll see how we slowly climb up the body to the crown of the head, and then we do the full cycle of the 13 moons or the cycle of the 7 chakras. So that being said, relax your hands wherever they're most comfortable. You can also relax by laying on the ground. And Begin with breathing in and down to the pelvic floor, connecting with the rhythms and cycles of Earth. Gathering the changing of the seasons. Inhale up from the pelvic floor to the tailbone, connecting to the tailbone. Feel the inhale, open and relax the tailbone. Feel the exhale, generate the momentum for life. The sacral pump moves spinal fluid up against gravity, helps with the momentum for movement in life. Smile gently into the tailbone as you breathe. Exhale through the center of the body to the creative center. As you inhale, open this creative center for joy. Inhale into the creativity and joy of the body. And exhale down to the pelvic floor, connecting to the rhythms and cycles of Earth. Inhale up to the point opposite the navel. This is the door of life, the center for your ancestry and your lineage. Breathing and tapping into the water of your DNA, all of your wisdom, all of your ancestors' wisdom. Exhale through the center of the body to the navel. Breathe into the navel center. This is your personal source of energy. This is how you are empowered in daily life. Exhale down to the creative center for your enjoyment of life. Exhale down to the pelvic floor, connecting with the rhythms and cycles of Earth. Inhale up to the tailbone for momentum. Inhale up to the door of life, your ancestry and lineage. Inhale up to the point opposite the solar plexus. And this is your ability to choose direction in life. It's the T12 vertebrae. It's truly where we pivot our spine to make decisions of how we're going to direct our walking. So breathe into your choice of direction. And exhale through the center of the body to the solar plexus. Breathe in to the solar plexus, your sense of self and sense of identity. Breathe into the solar plexus. Exhale down to the navel center, your personal source of energy and empowerment. Exhale down to the creative center for your enjoyment of life. Exhale down to the pelvic floor, connecting to the rhythms and cycles of earth. Inhale up to the tailbone for momentum. Inhale up to the door of life for your ancestry and lineage. Inhale up to the point opposite the solar plexus for your change of direction or choice of direction. And inhale up to the point opposite the heart. Connecting and opening the opposite point of the heart for self-love, the way that you bring your heart energy to all that your arms and hands do for the world. In all of the ways that you have your back. So breathe into the point opposite the heart. Exhale through the center of the heart to the front of the chest, connecting to your freedom of expression. Exhale down to the solar plexus for your sense of self and identity. Exhale down to the navel, your personal source of energy and empowerment. Exhale down to the creative center for your enjoyment of life. Exhale down to the pelvic floor, connecting with the rhythms and cycles of earth. Inhale up to the tailbone for momentum. Inhale up to the door of life for your ancestry and lineage. Inhale up to the point off the solar plexus for your ability to choose direction in life. And inhale to the point opposite the heart for your self-love and the way you extend your heart towards others. Inhale up to the point opposite the throat. Breathing open the back of the throat. And this is your emotional intelligence. Inhale, opening the point opposite the throat. And exhale to the front of the throat. And this is your emotional articulation, expressing your feelings. Exhale down to the heart, your freedom of expression. Exhale down to the solar plexus, your sense of self and identity. Exhale down to the navel center, your personal source of energy. Exhale down to the creative center, your enjoyment of life. And exhale down to the pelvic floor, connecting with the rhythms and cycles of earth. Inhale up to the tailbone for momentum. Inhale up to the door of life for your ancestry, your wisdom and lineage. Inhale up to the point opposite the solar plexus, your ability to choose direction in life. Inhale up to the point opposite the heart, your ability to reach out and connect, and your self-love. Inhale up to the point opposite the throat, connecting with your emotional intelligence. Inhale up to the base of the skull. Inhale and open the mouth of God. This is your dreams. And your wisdom. Exhale through the throat. Through the center of the head to the third eye point, connecting your intuition, your psychic premonitions, and your visions. Take a deep breath in to the third eye point. Exhale down to the throat to articulate your emotions. Exhale down to the heart for your freedom of expression. Exhale down to your solar plexus, your sense of self and identity. Exhale down to the navel center for your personal source of energy. Exhale down to the creative center for your enjoyment of life. Exhale down to the pelvic floor, connecting to the rhythms and cycles of earth. Inhale up to the tailbone for momentum. Inhale up to the door of life for your ancestry and lineage. Inhale up to the point opposite the solar plexus, your ability to choose direction in life. Inhale up to the point opposite the heart, your ability to reach out and connect and to give yourself love. Inhale up to the point opposite the throat, for your emotional intelligence. Inhale up to the base of the skull, connecting to your dreams, the mouth of God. Inhale up to the crown of the head. connecting to the rhythms and cycles of heaven, the movement of the stars, planets, and galaxies. Turn your eyes upward and spiral at the crown of the head, just like the galaxies, the stars, and the planets. Exhale down to the third eye, connecting with your visions, your intuition. Exhale down to the throat for your emotional expression. Exhale down to the heart, your freedom of expression. Exhale down to the solar plexus, your sense of self and sense of identity. Exhale down to the navel center, your personal source of energy. Exhale down to the creative center for your enjoyment of life. And exhale down to the pelvic floor, connecting with the rhythms and cycles of Earth. Bring the energy collected at the base of the body in and up to the navel center, gathering the wisdom and the colors and the intent, all the points into the navel. And bring both hands to the navel center and spiral to seal this wisdom into your body. And reverse. Relax back to the center. So thank you so much. This has been a joy to share with you. And if you have any questions, you're welcome to ask. Well, the best way to, has anyone been able to use my phone number? There was somebody saying that they had trouble with my phone number. So if that's the case, I apologize for that, but feel free to either use my email if my phone number doesn't work. Or connect with me on Facebook if that's not working too. I've had so many computer challenges. I just, all things are possible. If you want to get a hold of me in other ways, you're welcome. Thank you so much. This has been, yes, yes, Happy New Year, everybody. And may I see you again later this year, and we'll continue. But I hope to take these recordings and also make them available in some way for you. So thank you. Wish you the best. Happy Dragon Year. Maybe I'll fly freely